Hello gang, how are you? Hi everybody, hope you're all well. Welcome to week 11, task 2. Yes, we've done task 1. I'm sure you can tell for those of you who have carried on, or those of you who have already done task 1, you'll know what we're doing for task 2, so it's not a real secret. Week 11 is our sand art week. Yes, it is. So, I hope you guys had a really good time doing task 1. For those of you who have done it and you're not jumping ahead, there it was. Remember, we did our beautiful rainbow with all of our sand art colours. We had our red and our orange and our yellow and our green and our blue and our indigo violet purple, and of course our white. You can't really see the white. And so we're going to move on to the next one in your bag. So you're going to find week 11 task 2 bag, everybody. Okay. Now, for those of you who aren't doing the week 11 tasks at the same time, one after the other, as with week 1, what we need you to do is to get the rest of the sand that's in your bags and just you can pour them out. Now, you don't have this time. It's good to pour them out in little blobs. Or have them all out at the same time, just because the nature of what this one is about, okay? Because we'll be going back and forth to different colours. Also in your bag, you'll find you've got one of these, a little bottle, okay? Now, some of you might have the keyring star, and some of you may have this one, which is our necklace fish. So there are a few different types of bottle, but they're basically the same idea. We've got little bottles. And what we're going to do is fill these bottles with our sand to make lovely little keychains or necklaces. Okay, so I'm gonna do the fish just because I haven't done a fish in ages. So all you're gonna do is take off the top. So whether it's the necklace version or the keyring version, it doesn't really matter. You're just gonna gently take the top off and just put it to one side. We won't need that till the end, and you're left with a little bottle. Okay, again, it doesn't matter what shape your bottle is, it's still a little bottle. And all we're going to do is hold this bottle in our hands, okay? And you will also have on your bag one of these. It's a funny looking thing. It's not for looking through with your eye. It's a funnel, a funnel. And the reason we have a funnel is because if you look in your bottle, the little hole in the bottle is really small. And it will be a bit tricky to get all of our sand pieces in there. So what we do is we use our funnel. So we have this long, thin side of our funnel, and this one is going to go into the top of the bottle like that. See? Really easy. And that will help us fill the bottle with our sand. Now, as we go through, as always with this one, big people, I'm going to be doing it at my pace. So if I'm going too fast for you at any time, just pause me and then pick me up. Just hit play again and we can just go through them. So it's really a case of get your bottle, get your funnel, put your bottle in your funnel, and then we're just going to put colours in. Now what we're going to try and do is make layers. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. If I take my red, and it's the same technique as we did before, we're going to pinch and we're going to sprinkle. Okay, and you'll see what happens is your sand goes into your funnel. Now, I know, big people, you're going to be very tempted to just get the bottle or get the bag and just pour it into the bottle, okay? I understand the temptation and it's your call, but one of the great things about doing these tasks and these crafts is that the pinching movement that's required to do this is so good for your little people's fingers and their hand-eye coordination and their muscle development. And so we would absolutely encourage you to encourage them to try at least a little bit of your pincer movements. So let me show you. So what you end up starting with, let me get up close for this one, is sand, and obviously because it's heavy, it's going to go into the bottom of the bottle. And then you move on to the next colour. So we're going to tap. Lots of this little tapping happens, or you can tap it on the table like that. Create it nice and flat, and then you're going to move on. Choose another colour. And we're going to put some orange in. Now I'm going to, like we did with our rainbows, I'm going to do them in the order of the rainbow. You guys don't have to, okay? These are your bottles. You can do them any way you like. I did some sand art with somebody, an online session a couple of weeks ago, and all they wanted to do was mix up all the colours and pour it all in to have a super colourful fish. And look, that's absolutely fine. These are your works. You are the bosses for these ones. So there you go. There's a bit of orange in. I'm going to tap. Now, as you get the first, don't tap too hard, because if you tap too hard, it mixes the colours up. Okay, so I'm going to go with my yellow, pinch, sprinkle. Now, these are big bottles. You know, believe it or not, they don't look like they're big bottles, but to fill these with this little sand, it does take some time. And we realise there might be some frustrations. And so if that does happen, every now and again, if you want to, rather than pouring, rather than getting the bag and just pouring it in, get them a little spoon, or one of you, if you've got a little spatula, and you can use it like a little shovel, and you can just scoop. But to start with, let's try our best and get our colours in, okay, with our fingers. But you can, if you do choose to use a little device like that, try to make it as small as it possibly can be. We don't want to make it too easy. So we're going to keep going, and we're going to go through our colours. You know, every now and again you might have to gather them up. Good. How is my green looking? Very good. I'm going to put a bit more green in there. Very good. Then I'm going to go for my blue, beautiful blue. And all we do, sprinkle it in, and take your time. What's good about this is, you know, if you haven't poured out too much of the sand, you can save it and come back to it, and you know, come back and have another go at another time. Ba, ba, ba. Beautiful job. So we pinch and we sprinkle. Have a look. He's looking good. Get my purple. Very good. And then you'll slowly see that our layers, so those are our different colors, are all coming together. I'm going to get my purple in, give them a little tap. You can see it. Look at that. Nope, don't get too close on. So you can see we've got all of our colors. And then you just go back to the beginning and you do the same colors again. I need a bit more purple. I'm going to get a bit more purple in there. Very good. Now the little taps at the end, those are the important bits. So make sure you get that little tap in. Very good. Now I am going to put some white in here as well. I'm going to do a little layer of white. So we had the white in our, the white really separates the two. So we had our white in for our little our clouds in our sand art. So get your white in. Very, very good. And then off we go, back to the beginning again. Get some red. I'm just going to top mine up a little bit. I've got really big pots. So pinch and sprinkle. Pinchers and sprinkles. And of course, big people, you can help. You know, this is one of these exercises that, you know, it's really good to work together on. You know, we love team exercises and team crafting. So, get my reds in. Is that enough? And there's no right or wrong, really, with the amount that you use. You could have, you know, if you've got a favorite color, then use more of that color. No problem. Very good. I quite like my red. So I've gotten to the tail on my fish. So I'm just going to try and make it nice and even. Very good. Right, off to my orange. So I'm tapping like this. You can just go tap, tap, tap on the table. And you just keep going. It's a pretty simple process, and we can get really into it. It's a great way of, you can have a little games for those of you who are learning your colors. Where's the orange, or where's the yellow, or where's the blue? All those things. You can have lots of fun with these. And mine are all in a straight line. And as you can see, mine have started to kind of blend a little bit together. And I'm not worried about that. That doesn't bother me too much. But for you guys, I've done it this way just so it's kind of easy for the camera. We're going on to yellow, and I have my yellow there. But you can just spread them out, spread it further out. You know, use up the whole surface area that you've got. Don't be shy. So I get my yellow. Very good. Don't think I'm going to be leaving you by going now. We're just going to fast forward this. No, we don't do that. We go through the whole thing with you guys. Too easy to say, and here's one we made earlier. Not at all. So I'll go with my yellow. Now I'm just going to give that a little tap. I've taken on, I like to tap the top like this, but that's just me. Okay, there's no rule in there. It's not better. It's just the way that I like to do it. And I'm just going to use my yellow. Oh, see, that's what happens. I need my funnel, Alan. Silly. Spilled it everywhere. Okay, I'm just going to use this to layer that out nicely. Beautiful. Right, so what do we get? Yellow, green. Should we have some green? So I'll show you what I mean by spreading them out. Just going to put that there. Oops. In trouble. Green, are we ready? Fantastic. Now, you will find as you fill up the bottle and you get close to the top like I am now, the bottom of you meet the bottom of your funnel, hits where your sand has been filled up. So, and your funnel ends up filling up like that. So what you just have to make sure is you just lift it up a little bit. So you can just lift it up and then put it back in. Now the funnel will start to raise up, but that's what it's supposed to do as our bottle fills. So we're going to just tap that one down. I'm going to put a little bit more green in. I'm trying to balance this so I get a nice combination. So again, you just have to lift your funnel up a bit. Now what's good about this though is you can use the end of the funnel to really kind of push down the sand and make sure it gets into all the places we want it to get into. So there's my green. I'm going to go with my blue. I am literally following the rainbow. And that's kind of nice. It kind of follows the theme, I suppose. So funnel in, pincher, sprinkler, not a water sprinkler, pinch, sprinkle, pinch, and sprinkle. And don't worry about the funnel filling up a little bit. That's fine. Once you lift it up gently, it'll empty down into it. Now, keep going with your pinchers and your sprinklers. Go get Dad to come and help, or Mom, or Granny, or whoever is around. Everyone can have a go, and you can watch it slowly filling up. Whoa, that was, I mean, it might have put a bit too much blue in there. Never mind. Unlike a maths problem, nothing we create is ever wrong. Well, now we got our violet. I'm just going to use this little pile here. Pinch and sprinkle, pinch and sprinkle, pinch and sprinkle. Beautiful job. And you can try swapping hands. Try maybe pinching with your other hand, other set of fingers. There you go. Tap, tap, tap it down as you go. A little bit more of my purple. I want to try and finish off with a red on the top as well. So I'll start with a red and I'm going to try to finish with a red. So I'm going to put a bit more purple in. Now what you'll find is as you get to the top, what we really want to try and do, and as the funnel comes out, is we're going to be filling it right to the super top. Okay, literally, so it looks like it's nearly spilling out, okay? Very good. Super job. Well done, gang. Oh, I forgot my funnel again. And that is all we do. So we fill them up. I keep taking my funnel out. Excuse me. So we fill them up. Keep filling it up. And then we tap it down with the top of the funnel like that. And then we fill them right up. And when I say to the top, I mean to the top. And push it down, because if there's any space in the funnel, if there's any space at all in the funnel, what happens is it can mix. The colour, if there's any space for the sand to mix around in the bottle, it will, and then the colours can mix. So if you don't want them to mix, we literally, as far up, so when you get to the very top, take the funnel out, and then keep pouring until it's spilling out over the top. And to show you this, how full this is, so far up to the top, and then give it another little tap, so it helps to settle down a little bit. And then once you give it a little tap, if there's still a little bit of space, you fill it up some more. Now these will be under the cap, so it doesn't matter what colours you put in there. And there you have it. Get your little lid, pop him on top, nice and tight. Now if you want to, you can put some glue in there as well. And there, I'm going to show you up nice and close, is your beautiful sand art necklace. This one, where you guys could have your key ring, and they're there, just like that. Or a key ring would be a lovely gift for daddy or mummy for their work keys or whatever it is. Fantastic. Well done, you guys. Beautiful job. As always, send me in some pictures. I love seeing them. And this was our week 11 crafts. Next week is week 12, which will be our last week of the term. We will be carrying on again next term, so get in touch if you want to get set up for next term. Big people, always remember, our crafts are for display and not play, so nobody should be left alone with these. Well done, you guys. Super job. See you all next week.